Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We got us an Ardbeg shootout.
Darkness. A little mini shootout.
Might be a throat punch.
Yeah. Chopper. 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 Chopper.
We got the 10, the Noah, and the wee Beastie.
And we're going to test it. Bringing the Ardbeg smoke style, baby.
Ardbeg style.
Ooh, Ardbark. All right, we're in. All right, so one thing we did do is you randomly poured mine, I randomly poured yours. I have my little cheat sheet for how you got them in front of you. Now, part of the impetus, and then before we get in, is there have been people commenting, why would I buy a 5 when I can get a 10? That's the Anoa, the 10. And why would I go with a no age and all this kind of stuff?
So, these are all the same price range, 45, 50 bucks.
Right.
So you get that. Why would I buy this when I can buy that? Why would expand your palate.
Sure.
Try different stuff.
Right.
We are going to try just move through these a little bit quicker because you don't. Generally, we would put up here what they are, and we're gonna Bart's editing, so we have to make it simple. And we're going to move through these pretty quick. Just give some brief notes, kind of pick out.
We'll put out what they are, and then we'll try them knowing what they are.
So we don't know what they are. You don't know what they are. Bear with us.
Right.
I'm going to move in. I got 592, 593, 594.
Wow. I've got 597, 596, 595. And on the outside, I believe we both have our A's. So you don't know if you go, that's C if you go on your side.
Okay.
You had them set up ABC, and mine is ABC.
I'll just start with my A.
Right. I'm starting with my A as well.
I don't think this is the 10. It smells a little influenced.
Boy, you poured it heavy. It's a heavy pour.
Yeah, I get on my A, it's peat, but there's a little bit of a sour twang with that one.
Wow.
Moving to my B.
Yeah, I would say A is the same. A little bit of a sour, but a little bite in the nose, whereas B feels a little bit old and dusty. Again, everything's peat.
Yeah.
But I would say old and dusty.
I think B, well, I don't know if we're supposed to do this, but I think B is the 10. It smells peaty. It smells earthy.
I don't know if I could go off of the smell alone.
Yeah.
This is one interesting thing. I've never done this.
Right.
Have you done this?
No.
Right.
And again, my C smells just a little bit of a twang going on there with it.
The C here is a little more muted than the others. Again, peat is present on all of them. But I get a little bit of like a gentle Caro syrup. I would say this is the Anoa, but who knows?
Yes, I'm going to move into my A.
Okay.
Peat and a little bit of a sour twang.
Yeah, I've got the same kind of sour twang, yet a spiciness present.
That feels peat and feels sherry. Very nice. A little bit sour. A little bit of funk.
Ooh, heavy peat here, baby. God, is that good. I don't know if I could guess because I've never even done this, so I'm going to just try to lean toward what I like best blind.
Just again, give some notes.
That is deep, rich, dark peat, slight ashtray, savor meat.
I'm going to my B.
Man, that's good. That A is good.
B, a lot more earth and peat punch. Both of them, ABVs, I know they're all a little bit higher. They're not 40. I think most of them are 46, either 43 or 46.
Ooh.
Nice finish. Keeps on going on my B.
So again, peat's going to be present on all these, but what style of peat is this? This feels more like a nutty, smoked peanutty peat. If I had to guess, I'd say wee Beastie, but we'll see. The finish isn't as long. And smoked peanut, again, with a touch of ash. A, still good.
Ooh. C is good.
Trying to cleanse.
C, a little bit smoother, more peat.
I know, there's peat everywhere, so it's kind of like, what kind of peat?
Very nice. A seems to be the most different here.
Strong for sure.
I'm gonna go through real quick ABC, and I don't know if I can pick a favorite. They're all pretty good.
Ooh, A's my favorite, at least in my lineup. This one has again, peat's everywhere on this, but I get a floral note underneath it as well. A floral. This is probably the more subtle of the peats.
I get a nice sweetness in there with the peat. I think that's sherry influence. I think that's the wee Beastie.
Caramel or vanilla and a little touch of wet clay, whatever that means. Are you ready to know?
Not yet. B, very nice, very peaty, very earthy. I think that's the 10.
Okay. I have the cheat sheet here. So you think B is the 10 or A?
I think A is, and it's been a while since I've had wee Beastie and even a Noah.
Yeah.
A feels wee Beastie-ish.
Okay.
B feels 10-ish.
Okay.
Maybe. C is very good though too, going right next to it. Those are both good.
See if they can see that. I don't think they can.
I actually like both B and C over A. Well,
if I had to guess, for me, A would be the 10. B, if I remember right, would be the wee Beastie, and C would be the Anoa, if I had to guess. So it's simply 10, 5, non-age statement. All right. Are you ready for yours?
Sure.
A, your farthest one over, is Anoa.
Okay.
So you thought maybe it was wee Beastie. B, you thought was the 10. Spot on, 10. 10. C was the wee Beastie by default. Boom. So you've got a Noah, 10, wee Beastie.
Yeah, I actually preferred both of these, although I could pick up more of the, and because a Noah does have some, I think it's got some sherry influence as well. It's a little sweeter. I did prefer both B and C to that one, but B and C were pretty close. So the wee Beastie and the 10, pretty close.
So I got to know, and then we'll go back and taste now that we know. A
Noah.
What? Are you kidding me?
Nope.
I would have screened 10.
I know.
God dang.
I did A Noah.
Okay, a Noah.
B for Beastie.
Okay, I called that as the Beastie.
And
but
then
what?
10.
That was the one I saved inversed. Hold on. Wow. Man. Way to go, a Noah. I'm not a big fan of a Noah generally. Let me see it. Are you messing with me? He's not messing with me. Holy moly.
Earlier this week, when I was thinking about doing this, I thought that'd be A for a Noah, B for Beastie, and C10.
Wow.
So I'm surprised you didn't figure that one out.
Well, you will just randomize usually. You don't have like some kind of coding device. Man, 10 is C. I'm going to cleanse again. A Noah then is stunning me.
That one actually was the weakest to me, the Anoa. The wee Beastie to me really hung in there with the 10.
I'm just checking to make sure you got the label right. Wow, we literally put labels underneath so we couldn't make a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're all good, don't get me wrong. But in this lineup, to me, the Noah was the weakest.
There's yours. Wow. You got to be kidding me. I get the most flavors coming off the Anoa.
So I'll go into my wee Beastie here.
Even knowing the Anoa gives me a little bit more of a savored meat thing on it.
See, I get that with the wee Beastie.
That is wild. This is why we do this blind. Drink your whiskey blind.
The 5-year. Very nice, very rich.
You know what's scary is my Anoa is a little low. Compared to the others, I'm going to re-up it. I have not been a big fan of the Anoa. It's definitely not my favorite. I like Corey Brecken the most. I like the standard 10. And
they're pretty close. I think you can tell they're the same family.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, wee Beastie did better than I thought. Well, no, because I thought it would be Anoa, Wee Beastie, and 10 is probably how my palate would go. And Anoa
I actually thought it was going to go 10, Wee Beastie, Anoa, and I got
highest. 10 being the best,
right?
And
I got Wee Beastie in the middle, but I totally flip flopped on the Anoa versus the 10.
I hope you was able to follow along with us there on this.
Well,
hopefully, we were able to.
It was fast.
Yeah.
So,
not surprising. I mean, I figured they all would do well. I think, the Anoa did better to you than you thought it would.
Very surprising to me. I was sure I was going to pick the 10 out easy. And I thought that Anoa was the 10. So, back to our whole point. They're all about the same price range, but they're very distinctly different from themselves, although you can tell they're in the same family. Yes, no?
Yes.
Right.
Agreed.
So it's not like I feel like they taste the same at all. That's interesting in and of itself.
Actually, what surprised to me, the closeness of the Wee Beastie to the 10. Sitting here going, right back and forth with it.
Wee Beastie.
They're pretty close. The Anoa had the most distinct palate. It's different.
It was the most distinct.
The 10 I got on the nose, though. I mean, compared to the others, just because it was more of the peat, more of the earth, more of the mud, the Ardbeg style.
Yeah.
Anoa really showed the wine influence.
Maybe that's the sweetness. Maybe that's what I'm picking up. That is, God, I still love the Ardbegs, man.
All very good. Try them all.
Well, and that's an affordable range to try, too.
Don't just say I just buy the 10. I can get a 10-year age for $50. Why would I buy these others? One's a 5-year. Why would I pay $50 for it? One's a non-age statement. Why would I pay $50 for it?
Right. Well, that's people that are just dialing in on age alone.
Yeah.
So
that's what. Yeah.
Right.
Good point. Don't just dial in on
age alone. Age is definitely a component. I mean, you want to think about it as one of the components, but the type of wood that was used. Really kind of what's behind how they pulled out. Why did they pull out a 5-year Wee Beastie? What was going on with those barrels? It must have been saying, hey, these are good now. That's kind of what I get from it, because they're tasting them. They have their professional tasters or their master distiller coming in and saying, boy, that's good now. And that's kind of what I see when I see something come out early. And it's cost effective. Let's not lie. If you can bring something out at 5 instead of 10 and it's still good, which that is, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Agreed.
That's just me.
Yeah. Go to ScotchTestDummies.com.
I love this.
Check out our merchandise. Help support the show. You can pick up a hat. You can pick up a shirt, glass, coin. You might get
this hat.
You might get $5.92, $5.93, or $5.94.
$5.97, $5.96, or $5.95. Because he writes little notes on them, too. Sometimes. Not always, but a lot. I'll post it.
Go to Patreon. Patreon.com. Check out Scotch Test Dummies if you want to support us. Give us $1 a month. Give us $5 a month. Give us $1 per show. Give us $5 per show.
Are we able to put out our email? Because I had some people on my other channel say they didn't want to do Patreon, but they wanted to send something PayPal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
ScotchTestDummies.com.
No, ScotchTestDummies at
that's
Gmail.
Our address, sorry.
Yeah.
ScotchTestDummies at gmail.com. If you want, for whatever reason, you don't want to do Patreon, I've had a couple of people say they don't want to. Go to PayPal and just send it to ScotchTestDummies at gmail.com.
Yes.
And you can send it that way too. Mm-hmm. So just let us know.
Yeah.
All right.
Earmark it, say this is for Scott.
Right. Or buy only peated whiskey with this money.
You can put stipulation.
No. Well, you could.
Yeah.
And you surely will follow them. So Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Dummies. Anoa.